Don't buy it. It's probably a screensaver.
My screensaver is a close-up of my ass, and you know it.
Yeah, Man Ray or not.
We won't be able to see, I don't think.
You see?
No.
See, it is a screensaver.
Oh, you can't see too much light.
Yeah.
I see.
We can see it with it bent down a little. That's me giggling. You'd do better to see the scene as it was.
We were so young. Look how cute we were.
I made myself laugh.
Oh. Look at that.
This is a good one. Stop it. I've got to watch.
You look really cute there. Look. Oh.
See? Look at you. See you? Isn't it amazing what an action will do? Show? People think we need more than an action. How can we ever remember that it's just an action? Am I right?
You know.
We can't talk about Roy London without crying. Roy London
It's
was our
just-
acting teacher, and that's where we met.
I
And
just thought that's just so...
because I've talked about Roy endlessly throughout this.
But that just little moment was just everything that he saw in us. It was just every single thing that he saw in us.
Well, I also think it's just what he professed when I said, you know, just the action. But I've talked in this DVD about how he was a mentor in every area. You know, I worked. You know, he read every script for every episode.
Yeah, but he used to talk so much about how if you're not in your vulnerability, nothing is interesting. And that was what was so completely charming about that. And he used to talk about how he couldn't stand to go to Hollywood parties because people were so phony.
Right.
And they didn't want to be in their truth or vulnerability. They wanted to be in their mask and their whole acting out of how fabulous they were and how it's only really interesting to be with people when they're in their vulnerability. It's better to be with someone when they're making mistakes and don't know what to do than someone who's being so sure-footed and phony. You know, that's not interesting at all.
Right.
And I look at that, and in that moment, I don't think either one of us thought we were attractive or smart or funny or good. And you look at that, and we're probably in our most attractive, most funny, and most charming we ever were. I look at that, I never thought I was pretty then. You certainly, for sure, were so insecure in that moment, I remember. And look at us, we were so cute. Who would have thought? You look at that now and you think, God, if I would have known I was cute and charming, you would have had the world by the tail. I had no idea.
But you'll look back at this tape 15 years from now and you'll be saying, why was I beating myself up now?
Yeah.
Really? Well, let's go back to, and then I'll go. Is that the happiest you've been all day when I said that?
No, I was pretty darn happy to see you.
I was happy to see you too.
We've been friends for, I don't remember the first time you were going to do Carson.
81 through 84.
Yeah.
You think I met you then? I don't think so.
Yeah. Because I remember we were writing the jokes. Don't you remember that?
No, but I need you to write some now. So then you got very famous. So then I was doing the Tonight Show. So this story paralleled it in a good way. So then you got very famous.
Because don't you remember that I was at home and you wrote that monologue? I just about had a conniption because you wrote the monologue, and that's when I started to like.
Snap?
You wrote that monologue about the Victoria's Secret catalog?
I just want to really embrace the delivery of that with the fruit, picking up the fruit, which is the shocking move. Am I duplicated for you? No, there was just that monologue you wrote with the Victoria's Secret catalog. What did I say about the Victoria's Secret catalog? I certainly know that.
room going,
Well, what did I ever cross a boundary with my material? No. Did I? I never have talked about this with anyone. I thought that I kept my boundaries very clear on my material. Did I make you feel uncomfortable? Oh my goodness. Well, I'd best clear this up in my life right now. That's basically what these tapes have been, are me just realizing mistakes I've made. Did I would apologize. I said,
I learned an awful lot about my life watching those monologues.
well, I mean, I think my monologues have a
We
ability
used to, like,
to capture everyday life.
Do these
of everything.
monologues. Didn't you remember?
No, help me.
No.
I'm serious.
We used to do these monologues.
Because I was working too hard.
Or work on the monologues. Then you drop me off, go to work. Hours later, I'd see the adjusted monologues on television.
I mean, I'm moved because it seems still fairly traumatic for you.
You know, Roy used to say
very-
that, like, I was his daughter and Garry was his son. And it was it was like a Tennessee family.
Where a Jew had snuck in? Well, I've kept up my meditation, my daily meditation, and my path. Which did you know that I was on then?
On a path?
On a spiritual path? Was I meditating and talking to you about it then? Back then? Maybe you didn't know.
Maybe you were meditating while you were there.
What, are you scared of talking about my meditation? You scared because I have notes in my hand?
I know, I was waiting for a compliment. I thought you were looking for one. Oh, boxer. There's a boxer.
Important. You're important in my life.
Thank you.
Very important. And I consider all aspects of it frequently. And as I reflect back, I consider that. I don't take any of it lightly. And then happy for you when you got, which then that period when I didn't know you, when you were so successful, right?
Because that was too much
You were too much just prior to that for me.